Okay, the last thing I'm going to show you is a tampon. And if you are a young girl and you have never used a tampon before, buy the Slender Regulars or the Teen Slender or whatever it happens to say. Don't start with a regular tampon. Start with the smallest tampon that you can get. This is a regular, but you should use Slender Regulars. And so basically you just unwrap it. And one of the things I read too that never dawned on me, but I guess because some girls are worried about the sound of the wrapper, they'll keep them unwrapped in their backpacks or in their things. Oh, and that's not sanitary. You do not want something in your body that you have unwrapped several hours ago. That's just not healthy.
No,
I mean, you could get all kinds of infections or bacteria, and that's just no good. So this is what a tampon looks like, okay? And you've probably seen one before and maybe don't have the foggiest idea what you do with it. So I think the easiest way to do this is when you're in the bathroom and you're taking out your pad or whatever and you decide, I want to try a tampon, is try it at home a couple of times before you try to do it out in public, just so that you get a feel, because the more you do it, the more comfortable.
For sure.
I mean, I can do it in 3 seconds. I can change a tampon, but it's going to take you a few minutes to get comfortable with the feeling of it. So there's an area where you clearly can grasp it. So it's thicker here, and then there's an area where your fingers go here. And this is the part that when you push on it, the cotton will come out the other end, and I'll show you that in a minute. But what you want to do is sit down on a toilet and, you know, without any clothing on from your waist down, and just put this part, you know, you might need to separate your labia, right? And then you just put this inside the hole all the way until your fingers touch your labia. Because if you don't get it far enough in, it's extremely uncomfortable. And the only way you know you've got it in right is that the string is coming out of you and you don't feel the tampon inside you. I don't feel tampons, do you?
No.
No, and I never have. So if you have any kind of uncomfortable feeling, you should not, it should not be there. So you either can, you can either use your finger to push it in a little bit further, or you can just pull it out and start all over again, okay? So basically you have your fingers here, you push this plastic applicator or cardboard applicator, whatever you've gotten. I think plastic is more comfortable, but it's your own personal preference. You push it in until your fingers are touching the outside of your body, the labia area where you entered, and then you take this side, and so your hand's gonna be like this, and you're gonna push it, and this cotton part goes in your body, and you're gonna pull the keep your fingers without letting go. The plastic's gonna come out, and now this is inside of you with the string coming out, okay? And then you can just, you know, when you put on your underwear, that's just gonna sit in your underwear. And then when it's full, which is gonna be a little hard to know, that takes some practice, so maybe every 2-3 hours you might wanna take it out and put a new one in when you're at school, or wherever you are. You're just gonna take the string and you're gonna just slowly pull it out. And I put mine in a toilet, but Charisse says no, that's wrong. So
you're not supposed to.
I don't know. I read you could in the book, but I read online you shouldn't. So if you're comfortable with taking it and putting it in a paper towel, wrapping it, or using the plastic covering for the tampon, put the used part inside that, wrap it in toilet paper, put it in the trash can. If you really can't handle that and you are just getting used to this and the thought of touching it in any way is too hard for you, put it in the toilet and flush it down. I've done it for years. It was no big deal.
I don't touch it. It's dangling.
Yeah, and so
then it gets wrapped.
How do you wrap it?
It's dangling. I have like a wad of toilet paper.
You set it.
It gets laid in that, and then it gets wrapped.
Okay, but that might be a good method
that way. And then even that, sometimes I'll stick it back, you know, in something to rewrap it, and then boom, it's gone. Okay. But yeah, I never have touched it, man. It's just dangling from the string.
You don't touch it, yeah. But you might ask. The other thing is you might just ask your mom if you get comfortable enough to ask your mom. I mean, she probably bought them for you. You probably didn't buy them.
Right.
But you might just ask your mom whether it's okay to flush them down your toilet or not, because she probably has or hasn't for years and can let you know. So that's just some information. I hope it's helpful. I'm Holly.
I'm Charisse.
Ask Mom.
Send us more questions. We're more than happy to answer them.
hollycharisse@yahoo.com, or you can leave it in the comments section if you're comfortable with that.
Thanks.
Thanks.